episode 22 of Brick Shots with Billy. I know the last video I put out, for some reason, was like the content was unavailable unless you clicked the link on it. You told me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck that was, but it could be the copyright law from Outkast. I don't know if they're trying to sue us yet or not. I haven't got nothing in the mail. So, Andre, you know where I stay?
Yeah, he know what it is.
I'd love an autograph, though, if he has to sign something. That'd be
Yeah,
sweet. I'd take
that'd
it.
be dope. I kind of want big boys more than Andre. That's just me, though.
Whoa.
Big boy don't get no love.
He absolutely gets the love, but he also didn't have a cartoon show. You know what I'm saying?
You said he didn't have what?
He didn't have a cartoon show like Andre did.
I mean, that don't make a difference. He got in the movies just like Andre.
Yeah, but how good were the movies?
It was dope. He was in Idlewild, one of the dopest movies I ever watched. Idlewild. See? Now I don't want to.
Is it better than
Huh? No. But it's not about that. Idlewild is actually, see, you being an Outkast fan and not saying Idlewild raises my eyebrow. Because
I'm a music fan and I haven't seen a movie?
Yeah, it does, because Outkast is in it.
That doesn't sell.
So you need to watch it.
I'm not a big fan of Andre and Takers. Was it Takers he was in?
Nah, he wasn't in Takers. He was in Four Brothers.
Four Brothers, yeah. I wasn't the biggest fan of him acting in that movie. It was a good movie, but I wasn't a fan of him in it, per se.
Nah, he kind of fit that Jeremiah role really well, I think.
He was Black Coffee. Well, he was a Butt Terrence from Semi-Pro.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I like that one.
I mean, yeah, man. Big Boy was in Superfly. His cameo in there was pretty good.
Yeah, but you can't say cameo. That doesn't count as a role.
It definitely does. He probably had as much screen time in that as Andre had in Semi-Pro. We're not going to act like Andre was the main focus.
He literally was, though. It was Will Ferrell and him.
Nah, it was Will Ferrell.
Dude, Coffee...
Don't nobody go and be like, damn, Coffee was definitely good. The Warriors don't invite Coffee to the game. They invited Jackie Moon. So I'm just... I don't know.
You know what, dude?
Case closed. You know?
All right, man. So we'll get into the show. That was dude, I don't think we've ever had an opening of the show like that before. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
That might be the new thing.
Yeah, I like it.
But all right, man, let's get into it. So we got the Final Four. This is the first time we've ever opened the show with college basketball, so this will be good.
Yeah.
But we got the Final Four with Duke and North Carolina. Fucking, that's crazy. They've never been in the tournament. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Like,
I have a super, super hot take for you. And I might be wrong, but I see this game being bigger than whoever makes it to the final two. I really feel like this game is going to get the most views. It's going to be the most hype. Coach K potential last game, it's Duke versus North Carolina. This game, I got people that I work with that are from North Carolina, and they've been saying, fuck you all week. Duke, and I'm like, bro, you know, the game ain't even close yet. Yeah, well, fuck him anyway because he likes North Carolina, or fuck him because he likes Duke. And it's like that across I got a lot of friends from North Carolina, and my Facebook, TL's been crazy. Good morning if you're a Duke fan. I'm Duke fan only. Good morning if you love the Tar Heels. It's crazy, bro. So I really think that the NCAA is going to make their most money out of this whole thing, get their most views on Saturday. It could just be me, though, but I think this game is going to be bigger than the championship.
So I can see where that's where you would go, but I do think if Coach K makes it to the final game, I think that, because we know no matter what, that one's his last game. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I feel like that'll add bukus of fucking butts in the seats.
Let me ask you this though:
Yes.
do you think it's his last game? Like, do you think he won't coach the Olympics again?
I'll answer your question. I'm going to apologize for the rain and the thundering out there. We're still in the garage. We don't have soundproof yet, but Tonio, you know we're going there.
Yeah.
No, I don't think this is the last game. I lost me a bet. I thought Texas Tech was going to be his last game, but I was wrong. But I don't think this is going to be his last game. The way they lost to North Carolina in the ACC tournament, like, I bet Coach K is giving these speeches like, if y'all just beat them, they wouldn't even be here. So let's fucking, this is y'all's fault. Let's get this shit together and fucking.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like, watching all this stuff about Coach K now, like, we look at him, and I see him on the sidelines, and again, so I've never played basketball to, like, even a high school level, so it's like, you see him on the sidelines, and he seems calm and cool. Every now and again, he'll get a little hype. But listening to AJ Redick talk about him, listening to all these other cats that you know, the hundreds of NBA players that have talked about him, dude, he's fucking mean. Like, he's a mean dude. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, but that's the greats. Like I told you, bro, with Nick Saban, like, you could tell he mean, but no, that dude's a fucking menace. But see, I don't mind it because being a menace gets you wins. Like,
yeah.
you're gonna get the best out of it. And I don't know if there is a such thing as a good, nice coach. Have we ever seen that? Like, I mean, but I feel like you said who? Yeah, I'm talking about like in basketball.
Yeah, Doc
Or just period. Because look at. I don't think Tony Dungy was nice. I think he just had that one of those faces because he couldn't grow facial hair. I don't think he was nice. I just think.
Look at Tony Dungy. Like, I've never seen him get into something. And then even Phil Jackson, the Zen master, he had that weird meditation thing where, like, if he started yelling, he'd get like all worked up. Kobe talks about it in his book where he was like,
yeah, I mean, I see that, but if you gotta be a Zen master, then you're an angry person. Like, you got some shit going on, bro.
Inside, like, he has that, that fire to really, like,
look at Bill. Have you ever seen Bill Belichick win the Super Bowl? Still not happy.
Yeah, Nick Saban does it when he wins that national titles. He smiles to the players and he's just like, "All right, gotta recruit the next batch." Like, there's
but you know, so I don't know. I feel like we should look into that for real. Like, other than Tony Dungy, is there any like nice coaches that win?
Well, so this news broke today too. So real fast, the coach for and I'm gonna apologize early, John. The coach from St. Peter's, he played in the All-American game and won the MVP over Kobe Bryant in the McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? But today,
that is crazy.
Today he went from St. Peter's and he's gonna go coach Seton Hall next year. So I think him going to Seton Hall, and a lot of people, if you don't understand Big East basketball, especially, like, so I used to be a huge college basketball fan before I realized like football was the way to go. But but dude, the Big East, they have so much history and so much like amazingness with, you know, Xavier and all them, and like But Seton Hall, this coach, he's gonna get Seton Hall like some major respect. I feel like he could turn that program into a fucking Gonzaga type, where like they're in a conference that isn't that good, but like they're still like they're winning every game they're playing and all that. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think about real fast? When we're talking about the coaches, I did want to ask, what do you think about Patrick Ewing, man?
I don't know, actually. You said what?
Should he keep the job?
I mean, did he get a better offer?
No. So he sucked this year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but go ahead.
He went from coach of the year to just a trash or like team. You know what I mean? Like, do you think Patrick Ewing has done enough to get like, okay, let's do another year? You know what I mean? Like Juwan Howard, who's on the hot seat, quote unquote, like, because his team played shitty in the regular season, didn't have a great Big Ten tournament, and then get to the still an accomplishment. The Sweet 16 in itself is an accomplishment, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. Because you don't go from coach of the year to bad year to out the door, do you?
I don't think so, but a lot of people are looking at it like, oh, maybe this is the good year was the one-off year, and this is what we're going to be left with, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could say that, but I don't know. I'd say you give him one more year, bro. Like,
okay. No,
that's me. You go from coach of the year to you having a bad year. That shit happen, man. This is competitive sports. Like, if you don't get better, you get left.
It's a fucking like a literal like a blue blood. I like the term blue blood. It makes me feel good about myself because I like you know what I mean. Like this is a blue blood brand. This is this is Duke, North Carolina, Georgetown.
Yeah.
You know UCLA. But speaking of Duke, North Carolina, Georgetown, Villanova, and Kansas, who are also blue bloods in their own right in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Who do you got winning?
Honestly, man, probably whoever wins out of that Duke, North Carolina game.
Really? So you think Hubie Brown, first year head coach, comes in and fucking wins the whole shebang?
I mean, I do. North Carolina got it together, and they've been rolling. Like, cause I really thought that St. Peter's team. Shout out to them for getting as far as they did. I thought they was gonna make some noise, and then they got destroyed.
No,
it was,
and that's what. So Buckeye, he always talks to us about like why are 5-stars so important, and it's like, dude, you can see it, man, when you're watching it.
Yeah.
Look at North Carolina and look at St. Peter's. Like, I respect St. Peter's, but fuck, man, like they didn't belong there. They really didn't, and that's why it's like. That's why it's such a big deal when those lower tier teams make it because they honestly don't belong there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it
sounds like I'm bashing these dudes, but that's not the case at all.
Nah, it ain't. It's just the bigger names go to bigger schools. That's just how it is. But I think we're getting to an era or coming close to an era where people are just gonna start going where they want to and just making those teams better. Because what a story for like St. Peter's to get there to the Elite Eight. Like,
yeah, first 15 seed ever to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's crazy historic shit. We're talking. This tournament's been around forever.
Yeah, like, bro, we talking years and years, and they're just like, all right, we're gonna just go play ball.
Yeah.
And like I said, shout out to that team, shout out to them coaches. But I feel like we need to shed light on smaller schools anyway, because I feel like it's some people that probably could go to the league from smaller schools, but at a small school, so it's like, hey, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Because have you ever heard of St. Peter's?
No, I didn't know it was school until.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. I thought that was a high school, Catholic high school. I didn't know.
Well, we got St. Mary's, but I know who the fuck St. Mary's is. You know, like.
Yeah, St. Vincent, St. Mary's. I know who they are.
Yeah.
But I know more about them than I do St. Peter's, college.
Yeah. But also, I think the NIT. So the NIT to me just means not in tournament. You're not in the big tournament. So here's this other one that kind of gets your name out there. I think those smaller schools like a St. Peter's, like these, these 15, 16 seeds in the NCAA tournament, and we need to fucking get them into that NIT and see what they can do. Now,
yeah, I see now that is smart because I feel like they dominate the NIT and they'll have a chance to still beat some big name schools like.
Oh yeah, like Texas A&M is in the Final Four, and it's like. Yeah, but their basketball team isn't very good. No disrespect to those dudes and those coaches or anything, but they're not going to beat North Carolina. They're not going. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not going to compete.
See, that's what I don't. I think the SEC looks at football and baseball too hard, but it just Kentucky the only team we got. Alabama maybe Arkansas.
To the Elite Eight, man. I mean, fuck.
I said Arkansas. You didn't give me a chance. But I'm saying, like, it's not. I don't think that's our like cup of tea basketball.
Why not?
I don't know.
Who
the
was
fuck wants
for Ole Miss a while back? Like Marshall something?
the white dude?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have said it. Yeah, he was a hooper, bro. Like he was a shooter, a fucking sniper. I don't think he made it anywhere, but he was a sniper.
No, I mean he made. Where did Ole Miss go? Didn't they make the Elite Eight that year or the Sweet 16?
Probably not. I ain't gonna lie, probably not.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Because he got a picture with Johnny Manziel and fucking LeBron and Drake, I think, was with him. Like,
but I just,
I was just gonna say, dude, what a time! Like, if you were that kid, the fucking dude from, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, LeBron James, Drake, and Johnny Manziel. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
You really couldn't tell me shit for the rest of my life, even if I accomplished nothing else. Like, you ever got a picture with
this is it. This is the end.
LeBron, Johnny Manziel, and Drake? Bitch, I would say, I would put an exclamation point on that. Like, bitch, come at me, bro. You can't even do that. But I don't feel like high school players wake up and be like, I'm gonna go to the SEC and play basketball.
Unless you want to play for Kentucky.
Kentucky, maybe LSU a little bit still. Like I said,
Auburn was really good this year. They were number one at like one point.
Yeah, for like 3 games, and then they just fell off. It was, I don't know. It's not like football or baseball where we can get there and stay there. It's like, all right, we number one. We made some noise. Now we just gonna fall off.
Like, now that you know the SEC's here, all right, we're out. Like,
yeah, I just don't think. I don't know, and I feel like aside from Kentucky, I don't know. Aside from Kentucky winning, the last team to win for the SEC was like what? Joakim Noah them at Florida.
Yeah. No.
What else like?
Oh, you said aside from Kentucky?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I mean, they won 2 at Florida, didn't they?
Yeah, they won the back-to-back shit. That was probably the best college team we've ever seen, in my opinion. That was, dude. You had Joakim Noah and Al Horford out there. Like, dude, you didn't. Florida was out there, literally just fucking people up, and like,
yeah.
You know, those dudes are just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this because I can and because I want to. Like, that's literally what that Florida team was doing back then.
So yeah, I don't. Since then, it's just been Kentucky, but I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know why we don't do good in SEC basketball when it comes of late. Like I can't name the last time an SEC made it to the Final Four. Arkansas, I know it's been some years.
Arkansas last year.
They was in the Final Four?
Yep. It was Arkansas, Baylor, Houston, and Gonzaga. And Gonzaga and Baylor made it to the finals. Or to the championship.
I don't even remember Arkansas from last year. That's crazy. But we ain't got all the way off. Who you got winning it?
I'm going to tell you my winner. I had Nova until their best player got hurt. And then I was like, I don't fucking think so. So I think it's going to be Duke, man. And it's no conspiracy from this end. I just think Duke is probably the most talented team. They played a pretty hard schedule up until this point.
You gotta win it for successfully, right?
Huh?
I said you gotta win it for Coach K. I tried to say successfully.
I think you said it
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Right, dude. But I have Duke winning it. Yes. I think Hubie Brown. Next year. I swear to God, next year North Carolina goes to the NCAA championship. Nova again, like I said, I had Nova winning it until old buddy got hurt, and Kansas I think is probably one of the most solid teams in college basketball. But I think if you go on a run on Kansas, I think they're gonna be like, what the fuck do we do? And that because nobody's gonna go on a run on Kansas. But if you can get one, then they're gonna be like, oh fuck, You know what I mean? And I think that's just the way to beat him. But I was gonna say, dude, I have no NBA written because I forgot to text you fucking Tonio's top tier.
Nah, well, NBA, that shit pretty much writes itself.
We can close the show with NBA, but let's move on to the NFL, man. I got a question for you.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers, he just made a fuck ton of money.
So never go to the Super Bowl again.
Never? You don't think so?
Fuck no.
Nah, me neither. He can't even get to it when he's not making all this fucking money.
Yeah.
What a bum, dude. He's the most. You can stop me if this is too crazy. The most overhyped player of all time, like that we've ever seen, dude.
I agree. I concur. I hate talking to people. Aaron Rodgers. I got one friend. He want to be on the show. His name Eric. Shout out to Eric.
Hey, shout out to Eric.
He said. He says Aaron Rodgers is the best passer of the ball that we've ever seen, and I'd be like maybe, but he's the worst winner of football that we've ever seen to be in the media so much.
Yeah, and no disrespect to him because he does Pat McAfee show, the second best show on the internet, but and it's cool to see him as a human and all that shit. Like that's cool, but dude, enough's enough. Like stop giving this dude MVPs. He's not worth it.
Nah, he ain't. He getting MVP. Tom Brady should have won MVP one of them years. I'm sorry. And he not winning. And what he gonna do? Cause he let his home. He knew his homeboy was going to
Vegas.
To Vegas, right? All right. So you get $200 million and rid of your best weapon.
Hold on. So I will give it to Aaron Rodgers because he did say I'm gonna get my boys paid, and he did. You know what I mean? Like, they just happened to not play for the same team, but he got his people paid.
Yeah, he did, but when he got paid, he was frustrated with the organization. Now, who's he gonna throw to now, Bill?
Odell's still on the free agent market. Mm-hmm.
Odell finna go to Cleveland.
He's gonna go back to Cleveland. I don't know, man. I think that's gonna be. If I'm a receiver, and maybe it's my own opinion, but if I'm a receiver, dude, are you going to Cleveland like not knowing if it's gonna be Deshaun Watson?
Who's the backup?
Jacoby Brissett?
Yep, still going to Cleveland.
No, because he's a Patriot. Stop.
He's good though. The coach should have never signed
Philip Rivers.
Yeah, over Jacoby.
100%, but at the same time, he's good enough to win games, but he's not giving Odell. Odell's not going to have a 1,000-yard season. Odell's not going to have an 800-yard season with Jacoby Brissett.
I don't know, man. I feel like he could.
But
he need to go to fucking New England.
Receiving season with Aaron Rodgers for sure.
He need to come to New England.
I don't know, man. If I'm a wide receiver, I don't know why they're trying to play in the cold. I'm going to the NFC where it's easy to win and hang out on the fucking beach.
He probably going to Tampa Bay.
Oh, fuck. That's it. Do you imagine him and Mike Evans on the same team? Fuck out of here. Or even Miami. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Odell. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but they don't got a quarterback.
Tua's fine. Bro.
Tua gonna hit them in the back of the head. They're gonna be down the field, and Tua's just gonna be like, "Oh shit, I got no, I don't."
You know, I'm gonna give you a stat.
My bad.
I'm gonna give you a stat, man, and you tell me if I'm just being stupid. Dude, Tua is in the top 5 of most air yards in a pass. Huh?
Stupid.
Okay, that's fair. But you know who's number 1 in throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage?
Who?
Patrick fucking Mahomes. And we talk about this dude's arm like it's fucking nobody's business.
I don't like him because he
sounds like Kermit the Frog, or is it just because his wife and his brother just keep fucking it up for everybody?
It is.
Do you see his brother's moving to LA?
He gonna get a shout out though.
Probably. Nah, maybe not.
Yeah, because he gonna go try to do a TikTok dance in Compton or something. They gonna beat his ass.
You don't think he knows to stay away from Compton, dude?
You don't think he knew not to dance on Sean Taylor's memorial thing?
Yeah, but nobody was gonna shoot him.
They should have.
Yeah.
Whoever security should have beat the shit out of him.
You imagine this dude just doing his like TikTok, because you can't like pause TikTok, so you can't just stop it. Like,
and that shit would have went out. Yeah, I would have loved to get my hand on that video. I watch it every day just to laugh.
Dude, you need to start putting our shit on TikTok. That's gonna be your gig now.
I got you.
Just make the TikToks, put them out there. We'll fucking bada bang it. You know what I mean?
But
and I don't think.
So speaking, huh?
I was gonna say, I don't know if can you make a TikTok and then like send me the video for TikTok and I put it and then we can both have it.
I'm sure you could just share it.
That's true too, though.
On your TikTok.
Oh no, dude, we can make one for the show.
Or we should do that.
Yeah, and then it'll be the same fucking. I'm gonna edit that out because that sounds. Or you think that's cool? We'll leave that in there. We're talking business.
Yeah, we leave it in there. We're talking business, man, because we, our fans know who we is.
Yeah.
We are who we said we were. So speaking of, huh?
What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Speaking of quarterback moves, how you feel about Russ to Denver?
Russ to Denver, I think the Broncos are winning the Super Bowl. So before you freak out on me, the Rams literally showed us this is what you do. You go, you probably overpay for a quarterback who's really, really good. And Russ has already won has already won a Super Bowl. He's been to 2.
Yeah.
Russ knows what to do. You got Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, KJ. Come on, KJ Hamler. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like,
he did go to a better team, I think. And the Seahawks are cleaning shop.
They're gonna fucking suck.
And I think Kansas City gonna take a shot at DK.
Reports say that they've inquired, but I feel like if I'm Seattle, I say give me both those first round picks you got.
I'm pretty sure they'll do it.
I mean, if you're Seattle, would you not want to do that?
Yeah, definitely. But I'm just looking out for DK. Who we gonna have throwing to him this year?
Drew Lock, baby, come on.
Yeah, Drew Lock, good God.
Drew Lock's the 5th best quarterback in the NFC, dude.
That's probably accurate.
God damn, the NFC sucks.
Yeah.
What a bunch of bums. God damn. Dude, if the Ravens can just switch over or something, fuck, man.
Yeah, y'all would definitely win the NFC. Hands down.
I mean, goddamn. But
Lamar Jackson instantly becomes second or third best quarterback over there.
Yeah. I mean, you want to throw Matt Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson. Dak, he's better than Dak. You tell me you'd rather have Dak Prescott than Lamar Jackson? Get the fuck out of here.
No, I fucking hate Dak Prescott.
I don't hate. I think Dak.
Fuck Mississippi State.
It's loud as that thunder is loud as fuck.
Yeah, I keep thinking somebody's shooting outside the door.
Dude, do you think I would just be here not strapped if somebody's out there shooting?
Yeah.
Tonio, if somebody was out there shooting, we would do this on the front porch. I got kids. I gotta protect the kids.
You right. Alright.
But I was gonna say, man, I think the Rams might have kind of fucked it up. People are saying the Bengals fucked it up by Joe Burrow getting to the Super Bowl, where it's like, hey man, if you have a quarterback, you can get to the Super Bowl. So I think all these teams are doing this, but I really think that it was the Rams. Like, hey, we brought Matthew Stafford from Detroit. He couldn't win dick over there. And we brought him over here, Super Bowl. So I think all these teams are like, oh, as soon as I get me a QB, Super Bowl, got it. But I think Denver, the entire roster, what they got going on, Russ, receiving weapons, The defense was already good with Teddy Bridgewater back there, and old two love Teddy. And I feel like that's literally what the Rams did, just in the AFC. Now with the Broncos though, we've been talking about the AFC being hard to get through. If they get to the Super Bowl, I think they beat the shit out of whatever NFC. I don't care if it's the Rams again. They beat the shit out of the Rams as long as they get to the Super Bowl.
Well, we gotta see what Tampa Bay gonna do.
I honestly, dude, I think Tom Brady unretiring was number one. You can correct me if I'm wrong. A stupid move, and honestly, kind of a shitty thing to do.
You wrong.
Okay, why?
He didn't like his family, bro. Like, instead of him becoming an article for shooting everybody in the house and himself, let him come back and play football.
What do you think? One more year is gonna make him cool? Like I don't hate y'all anymore.
No, I think he gotta, and this probably gonna be super fucked up, but I think he gotta get like fucked up. Like I'm talking about, like somebody gotta knock the shit out of him, and he gotta be like, "Yep, that'll do it. You don't gotta worry about me." Yeah, I think that's what has to happen, bro. Cause like we haven't seen him the decline that they said he had the year that he was on the decline. He won the chip, so it's like,
yeah.
So we haven't seen him decline. He still can do it. Now they definitely got to re-up or hope some people stay healthy for. Because I don't care what nobody say, and hope Gronk come back. But I don't care what nobody say. Crazy or not, Antonio Brown was his favorite target, bro. Like,
yeah, I feel like since Bruce Arians retiring, we'll get into that later too. But with Bruce retiring, I feel like Todd Bowles at the helm. Like Tom could be like, Todd, come on, this side.
Well, he can't. He can't because because we're here now, so we might as well talk about it. Bruce retired to take like a front office job, so yeah, I doubt it.
Fuck. Okay, so that's no fun.
But now, if they give Todd Bowles, like, hey, I'm the head coach, you make the decision, whatever you think is best for the franchise, and he just like, if he a real, I worry we don't say on the show, but if he a real one, he'll be like, hey, Bruce, I seen how you messed up when you let him go. If he say he hurt, then he hurt, but I'm getting him back. Could be for real. They can go get AB for nobody's paying AB over $2 million.
Nobody's gonna pay him the veteran minimum, dude. You go out there and get AB for $600,000.
Yep.
All right, cool. We got a fucking top 10 receiver, even at worst a top 15 receiver in the league for $600,000. Yep. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
And Odell Beckham for $2 million.
Well, see, hold on. So I don't know if you've seen Lamar. He keeps tweeting at AB with the purple devil thing. I'm just throwing it out there. I'll fucking take it.
No, I would like to see him in Baltimore more than I would like to see him in Tampa Bay.
Well, I want him to get fucking Marquise Brown to shut the fuck up. I want them to like get in an altercation or something because like if you got dogs and you don't throw them the ball and then we throw the dogs the ball and then you drop the fucking ball
and the dog dropped the ball. Yeah. Marquise Brown is fucking terrible. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna attack your team, but I don't.
That's my thing too. Because like, let's say he was on. Let's say Hollywood was on like the Chiefs. You think if
let's call him
Andy Reid?
Let's call him Tinseltown, not Hollywood.
Oh, Tinseltown.
Yeah.
Dude, that was pretty good. Come on, just can you give me like an hour and a half without the big sounds?
I think God liked the show. That's why he just clapping.
Oh,
that was a good joke.
That's
that was a good joke.
On some good parts.
Yeah.
But no, man, I think if you have, especially a player like that's kind of, I'll say volatile, like AB.
Yeah.
Like where like you don't know what you're gonna get some of the time. Where you gotta like walk on eggshells a little bit. But as soon as like, let's say like, if someone comes at Lamar Jackson, AB's gonna be like, how about you shut the fuck up? Like,
exactly.
I don't think Lamar's that kind of dude either. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah.
Because following him on Twitter, he just seems like the nicest guy. Like, just a wonderful human being.
I mean, did you watch the episode of The Shop?
Yes.
See, man, just a humble dude, man.
And there's also, so I know we've been talking about my team pretty heavy, but there was this, he had to tweet it out, that he's not interested somewhere else. So the Ravens haven't got a deal done with him yet. So people are speculating that it's like him wanting out, and he's just like, dude, I just really don't have time to sit in on these meetings. Like, that's all. Like, I'm worried about practice, and I'm worried about, like, being in the facility. I'm worried, like, and it's like, isn't that what you want from your quarterback? Like, but no one's talking about it that way. You know what I mean? Like,
everybody, it's not a story. And we in the social media, because me and you, we're social medialists now. We gotta stop painting these false narratives, bro. Like, I know it makes for a good story and it's great clickbait, bro, but these people are people, bro. Like, and you just going out. I know that shit gets annoying.
yeah.
Like you got people out here working hard as shit. He out here trying to get his reps in, get his time better, get everything better, and it's like, well, haven't you signed yet? Well, I'm literally just trying to win, bro. Like, and that's what I would want from a player. Like,
yeah.
Of course, we know he gonna get paid. He gonna get paid,
yeah.
but it's like he ain't worried about that shit. Why are you worried about it?
Exactly.
That makes no sense.
And it's like the Browns showed you, like, hey, we don't give a fuck about Baker. Like, Baltimore, you haven't sensed that from Baltimore at all about Lamar. Like,
nah. And then the Browns are such dicks. They haven't even they talking about holding on to him.
Yeah, fuck him. Hey, stop being a fucking bitch and just play fucking football. Dude, Baker Mayfield, while we're on all the offseason moves. So number one, if you're Baker fucking Mayfield and you don't understand why the team that you play for would look at Deshaun Watson, number one, you're fucking stupid. Okay? You're dumb.
Yeah.
If you can't understand that Deshaun Watson is absolutely 100% emphatically better than you, you're just dumb. And I don't want you a part of this franchise at all, let alone a backup. But because of Deshaun's legal situation, they're gonna have to fucking. I'd keep him on there too. And he's still on his rookie contract. So fuck you. He came out and was like, I want to go to the Colts. Fuck that. We got your contract. I can do whatever the fuck I want with you. You know what's gonna be Baker? No one's gonna want you whenever you get, like, what a bitch ass move. What you should do, me personally, again, maybe it's me, I just feel like if I'm Baker and the team's going after Deshaun Watson, I give him all kinds of praise. But then you end the statement with, but he has to beat me out. Is that hard? Is that crazy to, like, wrap your mind around?
Exactly. Like, oh, he got to beat me out because I've been doing such great work here.
Yeah, I was the first, like, even if you want to go cocky, I was the first Cleveland Brown quarterback to win a fucking playoff game. Oh, you like them apples? How many playoff games did Deshaun Watson won? 0. And he'd still be factual with all of this. And it's like, no, you took the bitch-ass route approach. Like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, you get all these commercials. You got picked first overall in the draft. Like, take what you got, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Mitch Trubisky, you didn't hear shit about, and they fucked up by picking him. Even with Baker, like, you could say Cleveland didn't even fuck up. But the Bears fucked up by getting Trubisky, and he's just moving on with his life. He's just, hey, you know, shit happens. And look at him now. He has a starting position, probably starting position with Pittsburgh on a wonderful team that's probably going to do pretty good. But Baker, he keeps getting in his own fucking way. Am I crazy? Like,
you're not. I've been saying, like, he just made it a little bit further than Johnny Manziel, just a little bit further, and eventually he was gonna trip himself up. And he been Odell dad kind of helped him get there, and it's been downhill since that video. Like,
but I'll give it to him. He has been hurt the whole year, but give me a healthy Baker Mayfield. I'll take a troubled Deshaun Watson over any of that. Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, I'll take Deshaun Watson. I'll take Deshaun Watson hopping on one leg.
Over Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield is just not. And it might be me hating, but just not that guy to me. Like,
no, that's the thing, dude. You can be really good, and then that's it. That doesn't make you the guy. You can be Kirk Cousins. You could be really good, and that's it.
Cause bro, the Browns don't suck. They had on paper 2 years ago and before Odell left, they had like the hottest offense on paper. I think one of them.
Dude, Jarvis Landry, David Njoku, fucking Odell, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, the best offensive line, probably first or second best offensive line in the game, and you want to play like, all right, cool. Like, you know what I mean, dude? Come on, dude.
Yeah. So I don't know, but Deshaun is in Cleveland. I think he's innocent. You know.
Of course he is. So I know we sprinkled this in one of the shows, or was this the show that had no audio?
I think it was a show that it might have been last week's show.
Oh no, it was last week's show, but we haven't talked.
We're doing so many of these things, bro. Like, good God.
Yeah, it's starting to just kind of. Honestly, sometimes I'll say shit and I'll be like, I thought I said the opposite thing about this on like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no. So the grand jury acquitted them of like 10 cases or 12 cases, one of those, like whatever it is, and from what I've looked at, dude, if the grand jury finds any amount of slight proof of evidence, they're gonna fucking prosecute you, or at least indict you. And once you're indicted, then they have like this crazy array of like access to you. Like if you're ever indicted, like if I were to get indicted, dude, they got access to whatever, like my like literal phone records, like shit that literally like is impossible for like police officers to get and all this other shit.
Yeah.
But the fact they couldn't find enough evidence, and that's the thing, is people are like, well, 22 cases, that's so many, which is a lot, right? But if it's so many, you can't find one piece of evidence.
And it's really crazy.
That's a lot of cases. If it was 2 or 3, I could understand, but it's 22. Okay, if there's so many fucking cases, can I get a shred of evidence? Can I get that's so Raven, bro, remember when Corey put that fucking, or her dad, when he got the shredder, put that shit to the shredder, and she had to go through and did it? Bro, Raven did that in a night. You're telling me fucking all these cops can't find one of them things on Deshaun Watson? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
In 6-7 months? Like,
bro, the whole year, dude. He was suspended the whole fucking year. And then the fact that the NFL, maybe I'm wrong on this too, the fact that the NFL is like still thinking about something. Like, why? He just set out a whole fucking year for this.
This shit is dumb, bro. Roger Goodell, I know he's getting all his bread, bro, but I think the NFL needs to switch it up with commissioners, man. Like, Roger Goodell gets it wrong probably 8 times out of 10. Especially with the overtime rule. That's stupid.
What a fucking...
You don't have to play defense no more. Yeah, well, because their teams suck on defense.
Yeah, now I can... Sorry, go ahead.
But let's not get there because I'm angry about that. You know how I like defensive games. Right? God damn. Oh, well, you stopped us, but we still get a chance. Still get a chance. What do you think about Matt Ryan to the coach?
I think that's probably the I'd say the smartest move. Out of all the moves, like, you give up, so you already gave up your first round pick for Carson Wentz, so that's fucked. You give up your second and third round, but you get a second and a third back, or whatever, however that trade.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the smartest move, but they need to get a receiver. Like, you can't be the Colts and be like, all right, we got Matt Ryan, but like you said, like, who the fuck's he got?
Who you gonna throw to?
Like,
maybe DK goes to Indianapolis.
Oh, maybe, but the Colts don't have first round picks. If I'm, so thinking about if I'm Seattle, right? Like, and I can get Kansas City, like, hey man, he's right here. I just need both those first round picks. That's it. That's all you gotta do. One swap, bada bang.
Yeah.
But then if I'm the Colts, like, what the fuck are you gonna get? Darius Leonard? Am I gonna give you a fucking linebacker for this dude? Absolutely not.
I don't know what they're gonna get actually. That's pretty.
What do you think? What if Julio goes to Indianapolis to hang out with Matt Ryan again? How do you think about that?
Is he a free agent?
Yeah, he's out there. The Titans cut his ass. Cut him.
Man, he really ain't do nothing for him.
Which is crazy. Like, you think he would have let A.J. Brown just let loose?
I mean, A.J. Brown did have the better numbers.
But, I mean, he's the better receiver at this point in his career, too, you know? And Tannehill loves that motherfucker, too.
Yeah.
I think Julio came in kind of got a bit of a bad rap. You know, not bad rap, but maybe, like, the locker room, like, kind of took a step back to him, like, what? You know what I mean? Because I feel like AJ got in that locker room and stepped it the fuck up, and then they were thinking, oh, Julio's going to be this next step after that. And then maybe he will. And then the locker room's kind of like, all right.
See, I envision the Titans. I think the Derrick Henry shit hindered them more, but I just envisioned them doing so much this year with Julio, but they didn't.
Bro, they were the first seed in the AFC, and we're just talking about how
No. I'm talking about I wanted them to get to the AFC Championship.
No, that's fair.
I just felt like they were that caliber of team. I still feel like healthy Derrick Henry, they probably do get somewhere along the lines.
I'm about to correct you because when he went down, you was like, it's over. You was part of the fucking Stephen A. Smith crowd where that's it. That's a wrap for the Titans. No Derrick Henry.
I didn't say that.
Yes,
We got video proof. We got video proof of the episode.
Episode. No, not 3. Episode 5.
Yep. Go look, America. I didn't say none of that.
Them to tell us where we were. No, dude, that's smart because I always do it, and I'm like, God damn. And I feel like that's 3 of the views right there because I'll get sidetracked and I open it again.
Yep. Hey, America, go let me know if I was wrong. Put it in the comments. I'll give you $1 if I was wrong. But yeah, I just, huh?
America?
You said what now?
You're reminding me. The boys suck.
But
America, I don't want to hurt these kids.
And then you laugh like Jordan. That's that Jordan laugh.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a Jordan. And then the last thing in the NFL we probably don't talk about, or as far as free agency, Tyreek Hill to Miami.
What do you think?
I don't like it, bro. 5 picks for Tyreek Hill.
Bro, okay, so hold on. I don't know if you know this. So, number one, Devontae Adams ruined the receiver market at least for this year. But Tyreek, Miami. So if you look at Miami, they gave up all those picks, but they literally have a pick in each round still, except for the 6th and 7th round.
No, that don't matter.
Oh, you still think it's too much to give up?
Is Tyreek Hill gonna turn my franchise around?
I don't think that's why. Which one of those picks are gonna turn your franchise around?
Hell, I don't know. I don't got him no more.
Hell, I don't know. Tyreek could. You know what I mean? I could do the same thing. Tyreek could be the 2-route specialist that he is, while Jalen Waddle's out there running 100 routes, trying to get open.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Shit, what if Juice comes back to Miami?
He's not.
You think so?
Nah. He might.
Who doesn't want to live in Miami? Who doesn't want to live in Miami? I mean, dude, again, it was just an airport. It was just an airport, but fuck, it was awesome.
Bruh. That's the thing, though. Miami ain't like that, man. Like, the team, maybe. I've been to Miami.
Have you ever seen Ballers?
I have been to Ballers. I have seen Ballers. It looks great. That's not Miami. Miami looks like a third world country in some parts. It's insane, Billy.
You seen Dexter?
Yes.
That's in Miami, dude. That's Miami.
Bruh, like, I've seen Bad Boys 2. I done seen 1, 2, 3.
Oh, shit. Were they in Miami for all 3?
Yeah.
It wasn't just 2? Okay. I feel like
they
wasn't in Miami for 1.
They were in Miami
For bad boys?
All of them, Billy.
No.
Yeah.
Not in the
Yes,
first
they were. It was Miami.
Where's Martin Lawrence
Miami.
from, though?
Where's Martin Lawrence really from?
Yeah.
I really want to say he's from Michigan for real.
For real? Yeah. Oh, okay, maybe.
I think so. I mean, they had, for them to base Martin out of Detroit, I don't know what other reason why you would base it out of Detroit.
Because he had You So Crazy was his first special. I think that was in Detroit. I don't know.
I'm sure he's from Detroit.
Anyway.
I'm not sure though. But bro, Miami, like, so Miami like that for people that got money like those people. So yeah, you're right. Which NFL player or athlete would want to live in Miami? But for us, when we would have to live in Miami, yeah,
oh, no, I don't
we
want
would.
to. No, I don't want to live in Miami. No, I don't. No, because I don't make it.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm surprised James Harden hasn't been a Heat yet.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know, man. I feel like if I had the money, I feel like Brooklyn would be pretty alright.
Bro, New York is dope to visit.
But alright, man. But on a more serious note, we're going from TV shows to fucking. No. We're not doing serious note yet. We have one right after this topic. So we've been talking about this quarterback draft. You know how I feel about the draft. But
Yeah.
we've been talking about it as a QB week draft. And how do you have the same sentiment, or you think it might be a little different than what we're thinking?
You said the draft is weak?
The QB part of the draft.
Well, that's false because old Matty Ice is in the draft. So, I watched his pro day, and him and Sanders just put on a fucking show for them dudes, bro. And I was like, the deep ball is looking insane, bro. Like, insanely.
So watching the same pro day. So I don't know. Do you just watch it because it's Ole Miss pro day, or do you watch pro days usually?
I like to watch pro days. Like, I like to see what, I mean, because it really, your pro day, you're not really in pass, so it's kind of like I'm watching players that I, want to see something. I watched Malik Willis's. He had like another one of those rollout, crazy deep, crazy accurate, and I was just like, this dude could be, something serious. So I don't think the draft is weak. I think the quarterbacks in the NFL just aren't bad. Like, because you gotta think. Now, if the NFC is looking, if we're talking about the NFC, then I mean, they're not bad, but they're not the most elite. But if you go to the AFC, well, good God Almighty, like, every quarterback is gonna look weak coming in because you don't have no slots to really fill in the AFC.
Yeah, and also if you think about it, so like even the weak teams in the AFC, like they just drafted their guys, like a Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, even Mac Jones, like they were rookies last year. Like you're not gonna get another quarterback. Like
exactly. Well, the Jets might.
Nah, I really, dude. People really buy into the Zach Wilson kid, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking up.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. But
I don't see it. But I mean, good on him for getting bought into. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think the draft is weak. I just think, like I said, you got one division sitting real pretty, with quarterbacks, and I mean the NFC. I'm not gonna say they sorry because like you said, they got Aaron Rodgers, Dak, Matthew Stafford, Drew Lock. Who am I missing?
You're not. Jameis,
yeah. So.
Jimmy GQ, like, and that's what's crazy. So if you break it down by division too, right? So the Vikings, they got Kirk Cousins. Or we're breaking it down to the NFC North. You got the Vikings with Kirk Cousins. You already obviously Aaron Rodgers. You got the Bears with Justin Fields. They're not giving up on him yet. And then you got the Lions, who the Lions, I feel like they would rather sucking, I think, with Dan Campbell and have Jared Goff there to kind of steer the ship that's going on. Because Jared Goff is not horrible, regardless of what.
No, he's not.
But I think, especially the Lions, like, hey, let's just keep drafting. Let's get people we need. Let's get positions we need, and we'll worry about the QB when we find our guy. Now, if Malik Willis is there at 32, now I'm thinking like, oh, maybe we just pick him up real quick right now. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, the Ravens or the
Lions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But then you're looking at, because, like we were just saying, the quarterbacks are so good. I feel like even at the teams that need a quarterback, like let's say Carolina, Atlanta, like now that even I know Marcus Mariota is going to be a starter, but he's not your long-term guy.
Nah.
Like, let's say they get into the second round or even like mid-third round, if like Sam Howell's still there, or even that quarterback. So I don't know if you watched the combine, but the quarterback from Brown, his name's like EJ something, or the kid from Western Kentucky. Like if they're sitting there in the third round, like they take him, see what happens. Dak was a fourth round quarterback, and look at him now. You know what I mean? But the Vikings, I'm gonna go back to the Vikings. You got Kirk Cousins, who's solid. Again, I know people hate Kirk Cousins, but he's solid. And then you just drafted Kellen Mond, who I think is still gonna be the steal of the draft last year. So I mean, it's not like you said, dude. The talent pool, like. Nobody needs quarterbacks as much anymore. Like they're just kind of trying to.
Yeah, I don't think it's weak. I don't know who gets taken first. I'm hoping it's Matty, but I don't know.
I think I was on the same train, but I think after the pro days, because I also watched Matt's pro day. The best thing looking at him was when he was throwing off of that foot. Like some of his throws weren't off, because I'm pretty sure it was his left knee, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure like he was just showing you like, hey, if I need to step onto the knee, I can still throw it. And I think that showed a lot of scouts a lot of promise. But at the same time, if it's like, all right, Matt, if you're already testing this, how long have you been throwing off this bad knee? So I mean, maybe that'll kind of sway some draft capital at least.
I think he ends up in Seattle. I don't know why.
You think they take him with the first pick they have in the draft though? At 9?
Maybe.
Damn, that'd be crazy.
That's their biggest thing to address.
No, it's not though. Even when Russell was there, they needed offensive line work, and Pete Carroll was like, "Nah, fuck it," and kept drafting linebackers and fucking corners.
So you think they're gonna draft a lineman number 9 and then just be like, "All right, we can get a QB out of the free agency"?
I think they get an offensive lineman, and I think they look at a quarterback in the later rounds, because I just don't see them competing at all, especially if they try to pick somebody a quarterback in the first round, even if it is a Malik Willis with a really high ceiling. Dude, if he's gonna sit there and just get crushed like Russ did in Seattle.
I feel like, but see, that's the thing with linemen. I feel like people sleep on second and third round linemen. Me being a former lineman at one point, bro, like, that's a hard job. Like, everybody think, being a lineman is, you just gotta be fat. No, like, you gotta have some crazy footwork.
I feel like we do get away from that, because if you look at an Alabama offensive line, Ole Miss, a fucking, these SEC schools especially, and even a lot of Big Ten schools. So if you look at like Iowa, Wisconsin's offensive line, like, those are offensive linemen made for the NFL. And I think if you have a guy, like an Evan Neal, so like Evan Neal was talking about getting picked first by the Giants, but now that's kind of going away. And if Evan Neal goes down to me and I'm Seattle at 9, I'm taking Evan Neal. Even the kid from Northern Iowa. If it's Tyler Lindenbaum, like, I'd think about him at number 9, and he's just a center. But people don't have the same draft capital as, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we need a center, but we'll get one later. Like, I'm not going to waste my first round pick on a center, even if you fucking could use him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where it comes down to me for Seattle, especially.
I don't know. We'll see. I think Pete Carroll stays Pete Carroll and addresses the quarterback issue first, and probably second, because they got to replace Bobby Wagner now too.
And I could see the same. I could see him getting fucking Devin Lloyd from fucking Utah just because he knows they need that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking. And then think about if Kyle Hamilton, the safety, is still there at 9, Pete Carroll's gonna be all fucking over that kid. Even though there's still hella safeties in the fucking thing.
So who before Seattle needs a quarterback?
Carolina.
What pick are they?
8.
I don't see them taking a quarterback there.
Atlanta.
What? Atlanta needs a quarterback, but not really. Atlanta just needs to sell the team, I think. Like, cause he ain't gonna have nobody to throw to for a year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know, man. Getting back to the original point. I like I said, I don't think this is a weak draft. I just think these dudes literally have nowhere to go.
Which is also true. You know, I can see where that's where it would go.
Yeah.
But we'll transition into a little more serious topic. It's been kind of on everybody's mind up until the Chris Rock slap. But Leah Thomas, she is a transgender woman swimming in the women's division in NCAA. The big story was she was 554th in the men's 200 meter, and then in the women's 200 meter she shot up to 5th within a year and a half ish. And I was just curious. I'm gonna give you my opinion. I'm just curious on how you view it and how you think about it.
I mean, so first of all, we don't bash any community here. Everybody's welcome to watch the show. We need the views. I it's really unfair because she identifies as a woman now. Respect that, but she was still born a man, so I think like she has some advantages to herself. Like she's you know, like I know we always come out bigger, faster, stronger. Mm-hmm. That's genetics. Now there's a lot of females that go out there and they work hard to get bigger, faster, and stronger. And there's a lot of females that can outdo men. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of females that would run circles around me and you and a lot of shit.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable with that.
But I'm not. I hate when that's brought up. Like, if you bring up the WNBA, like, well, that girl would fucking fuck you up at basketball. It's like, yeah, she'd fuck me up at basketball. I'm not good. Like,
yeah, exactly. So that's what I was getting to. This lady was practicing with men at first.
Yeah.
Man, William, like competing against men in the elite of the elite men in swimming.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'm gonna transition. Like I said, that's fine. I'm gonna transition, but now I'm practicing with the elite, or I've competed against the elite men. I'm 500, and now I'm gonna jump with the elite of the elite women. Yeah, like, and then I jump up to 5th, 7th, and 1st in events, and it's like, bro, that's kind of insane once you think about it, because it's like, yeah, this is a decision I made to transition. I don't know, because it's kind of hard, because I can't be like, hey, you can't compete, because that's not fair. You can't do that, but you definitely gotta be. I don't know. Like, you can't make a special league because that is targeting. So I really don't. I don't know how you would justify it, because I mean, realistically, we can say we want. She used to be a man, but now she's a lady, and she won. Mm-hmm. But what can you do about it? Like, there's nothing you can really do.
No, absolutely, and I think I'm sure you've seen that picture of where the second place female, she like has her trophy in her hip and she's clapping for Leah who won the gold or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think that says a lot about it, but I also I could see.
I mean, but did you see the 3rd place girl?
Yeah, but she looked fucking crazy in general. I don't know why the fuck she dressed like with the cowboy hat on and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She looked like she. I mean, and where's that? if I'm not mistaken, she's from the good old state of, was that Texas or Tennessee?
No, she's from Texas. I knew you were baiting me with that, but she also goes to the University of Texas. So I don't like to speak for those idiots. But no man, I think it's a obviously you and I aren't gonna fucking bust the case on this. Like we're not gonna be the problem solvers for this. But at the
Yeah,
same time, there could be not a league, a division of let's say like Division X, where if you're if you know, it's kind of like so in golf, right? Like if you go to play for like the Masters or you go for this, like you have a tryout, and they can put you and say like, oh, you did good or you did bad or you did this or you did
yeah,
that, right? And they can say no go on the Masters, or you could be literally the fucking 43rd ranked Masters player. But I think
yeah,
they could do that for, oh, okay, so these women are in the women's league and these men are in the men's league, and we'll have a one in the middle, Division X or whatever. And if you think you can do better, or if you want to challenge yourself, if you're like a female and you want to challenge yourself, you can be in this X division, which also allows males. And we'll just see who kind of the best of the best is for this.
I that I mean that kind of I kind of like that.
That's just something I've heard. That's not my idea. That was just something I heard that was kind of like, okay, I can see that.
But do you think that's targeting though? Like, is that targeting?
Yeah, because I still think it would be like if I'm in the men's division and I'm finishing 13th, 14th, 20th, I'm gonna jump on that X division and be like, I'll win the X division because you'll have 1 through 19 stay in the men's because they're
Yeah,
dominating or they're winning. They'll stay there, and I'll go to this other division and win more. And I'm not saying because I also don't like when if you bring that kind of thing up, it's like, oh, so you're just saying that they're transitioning to be better at sports. And it's like, no, 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 that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying what's wrong with having a division in the middle of, or at the worst, like what's wrong with the transitioning? If you are transitioning from male to female, female to male, whatever you're transitioning to, and I support that. I'm glad that you understand that you're trying to
yeah,
do that as well.
definitely,
And
definitely.
good on you for doing that because a lot of people don't want to do it, but especially when you're going through that. But what's wrong with hey, you're going to be in Division X and we're going to see where you place on this? Like, is that crazy?
I don't think it's crazy, but I,
Okay.
I just I just feel like it'll be a lot of heat, bro. Like I just feel like they'll be like, "Oh, well, I'm Division X. Like, are you calling me different?" And it's not a thing, but in reality, I don't know. Like I just don't like. It's a tough subject with really no definite solution, if that makes sense. Like because you don't want to. I don't. Leah is a woman now, so she wants to be included in women's sports,
Right, and
which
she
is
should be.
understandable.
Yeah.
And if somebody was transitioning from a woman to a male, then they would want to be included in male sports. But is there an advantage or a disadvantage? Because, like, what if you switch roles and it's a woman going into like male Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she gonna go like say she was or he was first in women's?
Yeah.
Now he goes to like I don't know, say they go to 500 like
Yeah.
Leah. So I get where you're like where Division X would definitely help that, and you could be like because you would give him the chance to be like, yeah, nah, I probably stay in Division X because I'm used to winning,
Yeah.
and now I don't have the same advantage as I did now because yeah, but then you still have Leah going to Division X where she can compete with other Leahs of the world,
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, I can do this. So yeah, I get it. I just don't know. I just don't know. Like,
Yeah, and like I said, maybe I'm not educated enough on the topic to kind of
yeah,
give a better answer to. Like, I don't have. I hate when people are like, "Hey, read this article," and it's like, okay, if I read this article, that this isn't gonna be the all the information like I feel like there's gonna be 20, 30, 40 articles that me personally, that I would
Yeah.
look at to be like, all right, maybe here's the thing that I understand. But there's a guy. His name's Dr. Richard Holt. Okay, he's a professor in dieties and endocrinology. So I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
So like your endocrine system, that's what he. Oh shit. That's his specialty. So he's and I'm just gonna quote this one doctor. So I got one guy, just kind of where how I could see somebody saying this, but it's just one guy. He just said men typically have higher levels of testosterone, which is
Mm-hmm.
why. And then again, I'm gonna double quote this. On average, outperform women in athletic competition. End quote. Now
Yeah.
they do test for testosterone, so Leah had to test for her testosterone to see if it was too high or whatever, and
Yeah.
everything, and that's why she was able to compete. Now I'm gonna raise the next thing and say, literally, dude, so an average male is 350 to 800 or 300 to 850. Use your degree of measurement of testosterone for an average male. Now
Yeah.
me, so I'm an average. I'm a cis male. I'm just a regular male. All that stuff. But that's my average testosterone. If I drink one alcoholic beverage, just one, my testosterone levels can dip by 200 of whatever I wrote it down, but I don't know how to say it, and I don't want to sound stupider than I do now. But it can go down by on one alcoholic drink. It can go down by 200 of those. It's like nanograms, but it's not. But it can go
Yeah.
down 200 by one alcoholic drink. If I get hammered, like if I have a fifth or if I have half a bottle of whatever, my testosterone levels can be in the teens. The teens. Women can average, and this is only an average. I'm not saying what most, but an average can average from 100 to 128 X amount of testosterone levels. But like I said, me is a cis male, so I'm biologically male. I have all the same
Yeah.
male organs, right? One drink can drop me down to 200s. If I get hammered, I can be in the teens. And I'm not saying this is what she did. I'm not saying that at all. But if she got
Yeah.
hammered, tested for the next day, and then literally you got 3 days, now I can just go fucking ham. And now I'm not going to get tested for any supplements because I've been tested within the next. But then you could say, oh, the women can do that too. But natural testosterone compared to taking testosterone is like
Yeah.
a big
That's like
yeah. There's a word for it.
like
Yeah.
fresh orange juice and then the filtered stuff.
Huh?
I said it's like fresh orange juice, comparing fresh orange juice to
Like
the filtered
Tropicana.
stuff. Yeah, like it's not the same.
And like I said too, man, I don't want us to sound like we're trying to bash anyone because that's literally not what we're here to do.
Nah, not at all.
But there was an incident with this woman, Christine. I don't want to fuck up her last name, but I'm gonna. But it's Mumbana. Excuse me, Mumbana is her name. Christine Mumbana. Her test was not in range. So of an average female testosterone, it was over. And she was like, "This is bullshit. I'm not on anything. I'm not this. You can literally test me." But because of her testosterone levels, they said she's not allowed to compete. And apparently,
And that's crazy.
and again, apparently that she is all natural, which again is fine. That's all hearsay because she could have been taking something and then failed, and she's still sitting here like I'm natural, blah blah blah. But if a cis female isn't allowed to compete because of a natural testosterone level, I think is bullshit.
Yeah.
If a transgender
Yeah.
person, and again, if because they told her to take these testosterone blockers, but she said, um, in the article I read, she said that she didn't want to take something that would change the makeup of her body. She didn't want to change the way her body would feel or how it would work. Because again, these Olympic athletes, and we don't give a lot enough credit, especially the college athletes for specifically the Olympic style of sports. So college athletes who play football, they kind of get away with a lot more stuff. College athletes who play basketball, baseball, soccer get away with a lot more of this other stuff. But swimmers, track runners, those type of athletes, I feel like they can't do as much with their bodies.
Not at all.
They
Not at all.
they have to
Yeah.
They can't break a cycle of I'm only eating chicken for fucking 2.5 months, or every Thursday I only eat one Jolly Rancher and I spit it out. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
crazy level of shit. Me and you played football and we just ate and partied and drank whenever we wanted to. So like,
Just, was in college having the time of my life. And going to practice like, I need an IV. I need a fucking IV.
I'll never forget, dude. Like I'd say like every third or fourth practice, I'd go out there with a big Tex, those cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
From the snack man. I'm sure you guys had snack man, right? In high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd fucking grab one of those and I'd just be eating it on the way out, like my cleats like halfway off. I'm just kinda like stumbling over there trying to like finish this snack, dude. Like
Bro, I used to be at the water hose just dying. Like,
did y'all have the cow machine?
yeah, I went to a school in Mississippi, Billy.
Oh,
We had a PVC pipe with some drill holes and a water hose attached to it.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, that sucks. Fuck that. Ours was cold.
Nah.
Dude, if you see.
No, that water was amazing.
Tonio, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know it wasn't as good as our water.
Y'all don't got good water in Texas.
Nah, it was cold though. It was cold.
Yeah, but ain't nothing better than hose water in the heat, Billy.
No, that's a lie.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie. Billy, see, you don't understand because you just don't. But when we played outside in the summers, you couldn't run in the house to get no water, Billy. So you had to drink out the hose.
No, that's what I'm saying. You've been programmed. Even in the trailer park.
I've been programmed. That shit is the best water ever. The hose water is the best water ever. We'll put a survey up on our page. We'll put a survey up on our upcoming Facebook page that we're gonna make for the show, and we gonna ask people hose water or cow machine water or whatever that bougie ass
Listen.
shit is.
Don't act like the cow, dude. The cow machine is literally it's a big ass. It's like a tank of water. Okay, so the tank of water it comes out. You fucking the pressure of when you activate the hose. So it's these like spring hoses. As soon as you activate the pressure, this like generator, this very small generator like goes off and it makes this water ice fucking cold. So dude, you could sit there at practice and like if you're hanging out, the only thing with the cow machine is like it gets you in this like hangout mindset to where like it's cool to be here, and then you'll get fucked up because you're like hanging out for a little too long.
Yeah, see, and that's see the PVC pipe make the ground muddy. It started to stink in Mississippi. You're not hanging out around there. The coaches knew what they.
Y'all didn't practice on the field, on like turf.
No, Billy. It's Mississippi. We practice in real grass.
What about on Fridays?
Oh, you talking about like at the game?
No. Did y'all not practice on Friday?
No, we don't practice on Friday. That's game day.
Y'all didn't walk through?
Yeah, before the game.
No. So our PE was during lunch, or our practice was during lunch. It wasn't at the end of the day. It was like lunch and then the end of the day. It wasn't.
But our walkthrough was literally the day before on Thursday. We used to come and chill because you gotta think. Wait, you should know this. It's hot as hell.
Yeah.
Like, Billy, no way.
You go in your practice gear during lunch, and then by the time you come to the end of practice, like at the end of the day after school, then you have your game shit. Did y'all not have it?
No, sir.
Hold on. Did you practice the same shit you played your games in?
No, Billy. I'm saying like we didn't what's the name? We didn't have like practice on the game day.
That doesn't make any sense.
How does it make sense? Why would you practice before? Did y'all win a lot of games?
Yes.
We won a lot of games.
Tonio, my head coach is a coach in the NCAA. You don't think we won more games?
I mean, my head coaches, all of them played. My head coach played with Wes Welker. That's better than your head coach.
Oh, he played at Texas Tech? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Jamal Jackson.
Dude, he sounds cool as fuck.
He is, bro. He's like a big cornerback, but he was built like a linebacker. Dumb fast, though. Like, insanely fast. Like, dumb fast. Like, our dude, we had a dude for Junior Olympics. And he was talking crazy to our coach. And because our coach, he was big, bro, but little legs, little ankles. And I'm like, dang, bro, he finna get smoked. Nope.
No.
Nope. It was crazy. But let's not get too much off. Let's get into the basketball. Let's get into basketball. I'm not gonna do a top tier. It's getting close to the playoffs, so I'm gonna just give you the teams from both sides that I think gonna make noise in the playoffs. I'm starting with the Western Conference. I really like Phoenix.
Of course.
Being probably the most complete team in the NBA.
Yeah.
Devin Booker, everybody thinks he's gonna crumble, but I think he's getting upset about not getting any MVP talks at all.
Whoa. From who? Who's he not getting MVP talks from?
Nowhere. The MVP is literally Joel, Joker, and DeMar DeRozan.
Okay, so here. I know we're just the first team deep in it, but I have too many issues with what you have to say. But Joker's not gonna get it because he's on a sixth place team. Joel isn't gonna get it because they lost to the Bucks and he's been hurt. And damn, Joel, if he just could have stayed healthy to the end of the season, he would have got it. DeMar DeRozan isn't gonna do it because the Bulls are too skittish. They lose too many games in a row to come back, and they play well, but.
Yeah.
Ja's not gonna get it because Ja has won. The Grizzlies win too much without him. And,
yeah, they 18-2.
And Devin Booker, when Chris Paul went down, we were like, "Fuck, let's see if Phoenix can finish it off without fucking Chris Paul." And then what did they do? They did it because of Devin Booker.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, man. I don't think he's not getting any talk. I just think he's
not, bro.
I don't think he's.
He doesn't. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the talk is cool, but he should be in a conversation of winning it, not just talking about it.
You think he should win it over Joel Embiid?
But I don't trust the process. Everybody trusts Joel is really good. I just don't trust the process. That's just me, though.
They just got James Harden. Dude, the Celtics.
Yeah, James Harden is a shell of himself. He's gonna shrink, Billy. It's gonna happen. Like, he's not showing us anything that makes you think that he would do better in the playoffs, ever.
Yes, he has, dude. He knows that he's the number 2 now. I think he understands. I think even in Brooklyn.
How don't you know that you're the number 2 with Kevin Durant on your team?
Because Kevin Durant's a bitch.
What they gotta do with being a number 2?
I'm not a number 2. If I'm on the same team as KD, he's the number 2 and I'm the number 1. That's me. You're fucking high. I don't care what you think about him, how you think about him.
Dude,
you cannot be a number 1 and a bitch. You can't be a number 1 and a bitch.
Kevin Durant's never been anywhere and been a number 2. Only way that would happen is if LeBron James graced him on the same team. And you know it. I don't care how much you hate him.
No.
He'll never be a fucking number 2.
Just because he's the best player on the team doesn't mean he's not the number 2.
That's literally the worst shit I ever heard you say. And I know it's getting close to us for getting out because
No.
he's...
Hear me out.
I don't want to. I really don't. I don't even... You don't have to explain. Let's just keep talking about these teams.
No, fuck that.
The Twisted Tees got you...
No. I only had one team. Listen. Kevin Durant wouldn't have got to the Warriors if it wasn't because of Steph Curry, who was the actual number 1. He was like, I'm cool.
No, Kevin Durant wouldn't have got to the Warriors if Draymond wouldn't have been like, hey, no, I beat you, but come play with me. No. That's why he was there. That's definitely... They both said it. Yeah, I called Kevin in the parking lot. after.
Draymond is the person everybody thinks Kanye is, but in real life.
I don't know what that means, but anyway, let's get back to these things. So I got Phoenix in the West. For a team to come out of the West, I just got Phoenix, bro. I really don't. The Jazz. What about who?
You don't think Dallas, the Mavericks? You don't think that they're viable?
Billy, I'm not gonna entertain that.
Dude,
no, they're not.
Clippers just had Paul George come back. Come on, man. And he fucking played really well.
Bro, I'm not gonna entertain that neither. It's the.
What about the Warriors?
It's the Sun. Nah, they not looking like they was. They've been losing a lot.
Yeah, but
we don't know if Steph's coming back.
We don't know if he's coming back for the playoffs or the rest of the season.
I mean that's the same thing, but I don't know. I don't know how long Steph's out and how because that Marcus Smart shit looked just like that LeBron shit. Like when Buddy landed on LeBron ankle and everybody was like, he wasn't trying to do it. He made a basketball play. Bullshit.
Okay, so that's you got for the West. What about the East?
So the East, I still got. It's so many teams, bro. Like the East is crazy. Philly's up there.
East. I'm listening.
Philly's up there. I got Milwaukee because they still Milwaukee. Giannis literally looks like a cheat code, bro. Like literally, he has the longest stride I've ever seen in my life. But then Chicago could turn it back around. Miami could definitely turn it back around. They got the most experience other than the Bucks for playoff wins or going to the playoffs and making a deep runs. So I don't know. The East is looking like the West should look, I think, because the West got all these good teams, but they not as good as people think.
Like the Grizzlies, Warriors, Mavericks, not as good as we think.
Yeah.
But you think Boston, Miami, Philly, Brooklyn, and people are still talking about Brooklyn like they're gonna make some noise. Brooklyn's not doing anything.
No, they nice, bro. I don't see it. I just
watching Philly play. It's hard to see them not. And like I said, I get what you're saying with James Harden and Brooklyn not understanding he's a number 2, but I think him asking to get out of there. I think this is him literally being like, I want someone else to get all the credit because also if Philly loses, I don't think James Harden gets any of the blame. I think it's all on Joel. And I think that's what James wanted. Because think about Brooklyn with James Harden. If he was able to play and not hurt, if they would have lost, nobody would have blamed Kevin Durant. They would have all blamed James Harden. And I feel like now that he's over in Philly, he's like, oh, hey, I'm just fucking here trying to play and win a chip. You really need to talk to Joel about all this.
Yeah, I don't think. I think James Harden is out of being a scapegoat. He sucks a little bit sometimes, but he's not bad.
No, but he fell into the Russell Westbrook treatment when he had to carry this team all season, and now he's tired because we got to the postseason. I think that's where he kind of fell into. I could be wrong, but that's just how I kind of saw it, especially like the media coverage and all that.
Yeah, you're probably wrong. I'm just playing, but I think I don't believe in Brooklyn. I don't think James Harden is gonna be good in the playoffs. That's just me though. His track record just ain't good. Like
yet.
I mean, he's kind of getting off of that yet window.
No, good point. Yeah, I mean he doesn't have a lot more yets after this. Like there's. But yeah, the NBA season is really heating up. I know. Once the playoffs happen, we'll get way more. Well, after the first round, we'll get way more into it because the Masters also coming up. We got the draft coming the show's about to really start really hitting its stride. I know that it looks all kind of crazy with where I'm at right now, but we got an electric hot water heater. Are you playing the game right now?
I am not.
God, you could have waited the fucking 25 minutes we just talked. But
I'm not. I'm not playing the game.
I got you.
I'm looking at TV though. I am looking at TV.
That's fair. But no man. So we got the electric hot water heater. So this way, like, we don't like pay more for the gas. Like, we're kind of.
Is it cheaper?
It's we just literally lose the gas bill in favor for more electricity kind of thing. And it's if we go past X amount, then we could like file a complaint, like the house, because it's a new house. We could file a complaint saying like this house is drawing too much electricity. So I think that's what we're kind of doing. But that's why everything's all cattywampus, because I had to move all the shit from where the hot water heater was at to fucking get a little space, and then now I'm gonna move it all back just without a hot water heater. So.
I'm glad, you know, because we're definitely as members, or you know, getting the show together. I moved, and you're moving, and it's like, you know,
one of these days we're gonna have a studio, dude. One of these days.
Yeah, we're gonna get a studio, and gonna have other people doing the recording, and all we gotta do is show up and drink a little bit and just talk our shit. But like I said, I want to thank the fans that we do have. Like, I really, really, really appreciate y'all supporting us, especially the boys. You know, the people that listen to me and you drunk on the smoke pit talking about this, and they was like, they probably not gonna do it, but it sounds fun.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing you just did, and thank the fan. I'm just not playing the game, so it's gonna seem more sincere. No, but I do want to thank. I know we're really close to that 100 views per episode average.
Yeah.
Total of 3.5 cents on this YouTube channel. So shouts out to y'all. Just because our first video.
3.5 cents.
Yeah, because our first video was over 100.
Where's my penny at?
I bought the camera and the microphone stand and the stuff, yeah.
Yeah, see, America, this is probably going to be the last time you see me and Billy together. He's already not sharing the wealth. I need pennies more than...
the editing and the recording. Is that better?
I show up.
Dude, what the fuck is that? Come on, man. Edit one video. I'll send you your half. How about that?
Nah, I'll let you. You do it so well.
No, I don't. That's one of our biggest complaints. Is like, hey, why are the videos edited like this? So
hey, you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's just watch. All you need to do is watch. Don't nobody question the names of shows that we don't say on here. Probably because they got like a production team and all of that. But
yeah, dude.
You know,
our production meetings are literally a FaceTime phone call before the show, and like, all right.
Yeah, this is the most genuine show you guys have ever watched. I guarantee it.
That is true. But again, we're just gonna thank y'all again, man. Next week it's gonna be a little more open. We're gonna have the draft, like I said, the draft, the Masters, a lot of shit's coming up that we're gonna talk about. Not baseball.
Not baseball. Don't worry, guys. Like I said, we're gonna get better. We're gonna get better and get more people on the show that knows about baseball and all of that stuff, and we'll let them talk. They'll have their own segment, like Barry Melrose.
And then I'll be Neil and be like, too cool's the rule, and then fucking move on. Like, I don't give a fuck about this anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have it. But always, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all listening, man. Thanks.
Appreciate y'all.